All right, everybody, welcome back. We're diving into some really fascinating stuff today.
Yeah, this should be a good one.
With everyone buzzing about AI and how it's changing, well, everything.
Right.
We thought we'd take a closer look at how it could shake up the way we learn.
Exactly. Especially for students, there's a lot of potential there.
Huge potential, right?
Yeah.
And we actually stumbled across this promo for an ebook
Oh, yeah.
that claims it can help students, get this, score like 95% or higher on their exams.
Wow. 95%. That's a bold claim.
It is, right.
Yeah.
It caught our eye. And the secret weapon, you guessed it, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT for better grades.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, so let's unpack this thing, see what it's all about.
Sounds good.
All right, so first things first. This ebook, it's aimed at students aged like 14 to 22.
Okay, makes sense. High school and college.
Exactly. Prime time for, feeling the pressure of exams and grades.
For sure.
And it promises a whole bunch of benefits, like personalized study plans.
Help with understanding those really complex topics. Smarter research techniques.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, even claims it can boost your productivity, focus, and confidence.
Wow, so it's like the ultimate study hack.
That's what they're selling,
Mhm.
right? But the question is, can ChatGPT really deliver on all that?
Right, because that's a tall order. I mean, what's really fascinating here is, like, how they're presenting ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's like not just a tool, but almost like your personal study buddy.
Yeah, like a tutor in your pocket.
Yeah,
But how does that actually work? The ebook, it's kind of vague on the specifics.
I see.
Like, for example, they say ChatGPT can create these, personalized study plans.
Right.
But how would it do that? Could it, analyze your old quizzes,
Yeah.
figure out your weak spots,
Yeah.
and then recommend specific practice problems
Mhm.
based on, I don't know, like your learning style?
That's a good question. Is it smart enough to do all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that even possible with the AI we have right now?
Right. It's worth digging into that, like thinking about what ChatGPT really is and what it can actually do.
For sure.
I mean, at its core, you can think of it as like a really, really smart tool,
Mm-hmm.
It can understand language and it can generate human-like text,
Yeah.
which makes it super helpful for things like summarizing complex information or brainstorming essay topics.
Okay.
You could even use it to practice like conversational skills in another language.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But what about this whole idea of simplifying complex topics?
Mhm.
The ebook really emphasizes that. Like, let's say you're struggling with calculus.
Okay, yeah.
Could ChatGPT actually break down a
Mhm.
tricky derivative problem step by step,
Yeah,
show you the logic behind every operation?
absolutely. That's where it gets really interesting.
Right.
Imagine having a tool that can explain stuff that you just don't get in a way that actually makes sense to you.
Yeah, like a personalized tutor.
Exactly.
But I'm wondering, could there be a downside to that?
Hmm.
Could simplifying things too much
Oh, yeah.
actually make you miss out on those, really important nuances?
That's a great point. Simplification versus oversimplification, right?
Right. It's like, think about using SparkNotes all the time.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You might get the gist of the story,
Mm-hmm.
but you miss out on the depth, the beauty of the original work.
Totally. And speaking of depth, the ebook also talks about using ChatGPT for research.
Oh, interesting.
Which, let's be real, research can be a nightmare.
Tell me about it. So many hours lost in the library.
Right? Just drowning in information.
Exactly.
And the ebook's argument is that instead of just Googling something,
Yeah.
you could use ChatGPT to help you find more relevant, reliable sources.
That would be a game changer.
Right. It could be like having a research assistant that filters through all the noise and gets you to the good stuff.
That sounds amazing. But I do have one concern, though.
Yeah.
How can you be sure that the AI isn't, biased in what sources it's choosing?
Oh, absolutely. That's crucial.
Yeah.
We have to be aware of any potential biases in the information we're getting.
Yeah.
And a good researcher always double checks their sources, considers different perspectives,
Makes sense.
It's about being critical, not just accepting what the AI spits out.
Right, exactly. And even if the information is accurate, I'm thinking, if you rely too much on AI, could that be a problem in itself?
Oh, interesting point.
Like, if it's doing all the hard work, the thinking for you,
Right.
are you really developing your own critical thinking skills, your problem-solving abilities?
That's a really good point. It's like, think about a time when you were wrestling with a problem
Uh-huh.
and you finally had that aha moment.
Yeah, that feels good.
Right.
Yeah.
That feeling of
It's
accomplishment
the best.
that comes from actively engaging with the material, not just passively absorbing information.
True, true. It's about the journey, not just the destination.
Exactly.
It's interesting, though, this ebook, it specifically targets students, like we said, between 14 and 22. Why do you think that is?
I mean, one thing that jumps out at me is that this generation, they've grown up with technology just like woven into their lives.
Yeah, they're digital natives.
Right. They're probably way more open to using AI for learning than, previous generations.
Yeah.
Plus, they're facing so much pressure to succeed,
Oh, yeah.
like more than ever before.
For sure.
So the promise of higher grades, better efficiency, that's got to be super appealing.
Yeah, totally. And the ebook really leans into that whole motivational aspect, too.
Yeah,
It's not just about techniques. It's about, like, believing in yourself, believing in your potential.
that's powerful.
Right. It's a great message. But
Right.
wouldn't that also depend on the student's own mindset?
Oh, for sure. And their support system, too.
Right.
Like, AI can be a fantastic tool, but it's not magic.
Yeah.
Success still takes effort, dedication, a willingness to put in the work.
It's about finding what works for you.
Right, absolutely.
So even if someone listens to this and decides, you know what, ChatGPT is not for me, maybe the real takeaway from this ebook and from this whole discussion is that how we study is just as important as what we study.
100%. It's about finding the methods that work best for you.
Right. And figuring out how you learn best.
Exactly. Maybe this sparks a bigger question for you listening. Like,
Yeah.
how can you take control of your own learning journey?
Ooh, I like that.
What strategies, AI or not, can help you excel?
That's a great question to think about.
Right. It's about taking charge of your own education.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
Hope this has given you some things to ponder as you navigate this whole world of AI and learning.
It's an exciting time to be a student, that's for sure.
It really is. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing.
See ya.
Bye.